These 10 fragrances, I could never. Listen, scent is subjective to each their own. Some people find artistic integrity through them. Some people can read and sniff between the lines and find the beauty and mystique. Just like artwork, you can go see a Monet and think, yo, this is a hot mess. And others can see the beauty and value in it. Me, I'm not a reviewer. I am a scent-entertainer. I am a dude who likes to smell stuff and tells you, yo, I like this for me, or I can't rock this at all. These are 10 fragrances I can't rock at all. Straight bleh. And true story, I can't even recommend them. There's one on here that's a cool novelty, but to wear it on a daily, let's roll my motherfucking music so I can put you on to 10 fragrances.
Oh, I could never. We're all alone. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Let's get into this list of shit. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say these fragrances are garbage.
Trash.
But am I gonna wear them? No, nay, niche, nine. Hell nah. Nah. So the first fragrance on this list is by the House of Dua, and that's called Tres Leches. Up there with one of the nastiest shits that I've personally smelled. I rock with Dua heavy, but that is a no-no. It legit smelled like baby puke mixed with a full gallon of red top milk that's been in the fridge since 1998. Yeah. Disgusting. They were trying to make a Tres Leches variation original creation. Didn't work out. That's a fragrance not only can I never recommend, but I can never, ever wear and wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. That was a very rough fragrance. Dua, do better. Next one. The next fragrance is by the House of D.S. Durga, and that's Burning Barbershop. And that is as photorealistic of a burning barbershop smell as you can get. Pure alcohol, barbicide, maybe a dead barber or two, with the clipper still on, and 3 or 4 bodies. That shit is ass. It smells just like that. It's ashy, it's burnt, alcoholic, aldehydic, just disgusting. Why would you make that? Again, I understand the artistry behind it, but a dude who just wants to smell fabulous, because at the end of the day, the fragrance portion of this game is for the compliments or to just enjoy yourself. I don't see anybody liking that shit personally. Nobody, at least around me. Next one. This piece of shit was just there as Secretions Magnifique.
No.
The notes alone have zero redemption. And it's funny because people are like, yo, Cuba, you be ODing, fam, like that fragrance ain't that bad. Let me hit you with the notes alone. Ready? Blood, semen, saliva, and sweat. Ooh, I want to wear that to a day. Wear it to work. Just go to a BDSM hall. Go to the basement, let shorty tie you up, put the executioner mask on you, shit, piss in your mouth, beat you like you stole something, and then charge you for it. Because that's what a Tat Libre DRN just doing. Charging you $100 for blood, sweat, piss, and nut. No, next one. Another fucking disaster of a scent. Sombre by Stranger Perfumery. Let me let you know what you're paying $80 for. A vomit accord, mold accord, nocturnal animal accord, pus, mud, sweat, champagne, orris butter, jasmine, and rose. Mold, pus, nocturnal animal. All they need to put is like emissions. Nocturnal animal $80 to wear that shit. It's a gag prank. And I get it. If you're gonna sell it as a novelty, sell it as a novelty. Who the fuck is wearing that? You think champagne, jasmine, and rose is gonna redeem that? Next one. Now, I've mentioned this house before, and it's a very interesting house, really focused on the artsy portion, and that's the House of Zoologists, and this one is T-Rex. Now, let me make it clear. I don't have anything against the House of Zoologists at all. I personally just don't understand it. I think they have like 1 or 2 halfway decent fragrances, but the majority of them are really based off like the name. So I'm assuming that this fragrance is an interpretation of a T-Rex's asshole. What was the other one? Bat? It smelled like rotten ass bananas and shit that you had to put into the freezer to make a fucking milkshake later because they donezo. Interpret art however you want. As far as me purchasing it for $200 some odd and wearing this particular profile, and a brand like that doesn't want someone like me wearing they shit anyway. And I understand, I get it, but I don't get that scent. I don't see nothing. Next one. By the House of Imaginary Authors, City on Fire. 100% the scent of the Watt riots. I mean, this smells like the Bronx circa 1968 through the 70s, where all the landlords were burning their buildings down for insurance purposes. That shit went up into the 80s and 90s, actually, to be honest with you. City on Fire had this burnt, rubbery smell about it. And listen, City on Fire was a perfect name for it. It smelled like burnt rubber, dirty cement that 7 dogs shitted and pissed on. And to make the process worse, I think it has like burnt notes mixed with berries. It's like spraying cologne on a turd. It's not gonna change it. It's a piece of shit. Next one. This is gonna piss some people off. The original Chanel No. 5, the OG joint, smells like old dusty pussy. I can't smell the original Chanel No. 5 without thinking old lady, pearls, and an X-video category, I don't know, hypothetically speaking, Granny sees Latin delivery boy and sits on his face. Chanel No. 5, the original, one of the most revolutionary fragrances in the space. Smells like dusty old lady pussy. You're a legend. But so was Jenna Jameson in her heyday. Next one. By the house of Demeter, Earthworm. And I'm just gonna put it side by side with mildew. Earthworm and mildew. Do I need to say anything else? Novelty fragrances for the fun of it. Specifically catered to the jokester in the office or a young kid who's getting into prank and bought his first prank book or is Googling stink bombs and shit like that is when you would purchase fragrances like some of the ones on this list, including mildew and earthworm. I wanna smell like a fucking earthworm. Yeah, let me smell like mildew. Can you imagine spraying something like mildew and forgetting all about it, then walking into like a sub-basement or some shit like that and thinking you have black mold? You spent like $500 to try to break down some sheetrock walls to try to find that black mold, which doesn't exist because you sprayed a fucking perfume called mildew. No. Next one. WD-40. I know a lot of mechanics. I don't know any mechanic that's like, yeah, no, I want to smell like this shit when I get home. It's like telling a garbage man, yo, I'm gonna get this dumpster truck scent to remind me of my beautiful days in that 25-year retirement. WD-40? And I still paid like $100 something just to do a video for a fragrance that looked and smelled exactly like WD-40. Maybe it's for the people who have those fetishes like, oh, I love the smell of gasoline. Maybe WD-40 has some fan clubs that were just huffing this shit in brown bags like a scene from Crooklyn. I just don't get it. And finally, the infamous fragrance that obviously is a novelty and may attract some people, but will I wear this joint? Vulva? You think I'm going to wear a fragrance as a married man, walking around, opening my front door and having my chick give me a hug and kiss while I smell like some random pussy? You think I'm doing that? I'm sorry, I don't know any girlfriend or wife that won't slice your carotid artery open. I don't know anybody. Vulva, the scent of pussy. And this shit is coming from like Sweden or the Netherlands or Russia or some shit like that. So you got some exotic bush smelling on you. Like they even got some shit that smells like granny vulva. So they got old lady puss on that shit too. Yo, fam, what are we doing? I'm gonna come out a fragrance that smells like balls. I mean, ball sprayer squad, I'm gonna dip my balls into some alcohol, slosh them around a little bit, and charge y'all $2.50 per bottle. Smell like Cubanos nuts on sale. These are 10 fragrances I could never, ever wear in my life, and unfortunately, I can't recommend you to wear them unless you wanna piss somebody off. I would buy all of these though to piss Ja off. Just to see him squirm and puke on camera to get those views, I would absolutely do it. But for me to tell you guys to go spend some of the price tags that these shits be asking, I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Let me know what are the absolute most horrendous fragrances that you have ever smelled that have made you gag like you were just deep throating Nathan's hot dog. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know what it is. Biggest in the game. Ugh. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test. Cubaknow.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.